Rashid.
Sean Torbati.
Mark Lobiner.
Collectively, we are the Ambrosia Collective. And let me get something straight to you guys. We are not a supplement company per se. Sports nutrition, which you're used to, you know, the pre-workouts, proteins and all that stuff. We supplement life, like your life, right? We call ourselves a biohacking company. We do provide you with supplements and things that will just give you those little life hacks, and some of it is actual supplementation to add on to, you know, your lifestyle. But we're also trying to provide you guys with other different types of methods, socially, in the gym, actively, mentally. We're trying to provide you guys with a lot of things to help supplement your life on an odyssey or a path of progression.
It's a collective, because it's no one route to improving yourself in your life and becoming better. And anything that we identify that we can contribute with, we're going to bring to the table and share with you all.
Exactly. So with it being a collective, you know, we are bringing you products, and we're not bringing you the typical run-of-the-mill products that anybody is doing. We are not operating within the status quo whatsoever. We're bringing you, you know, what we feel is the best on so many different levels, right? So the newest thing that we are presenting is a coffee, Pacha Mama, and you know, okay, single source coffee beans, okay, organic, okay, all of the low hanging fruit, we got that, all right. But this is something different. We've taken this a few, not just one step, but a few steps beyond. And I'm gonna let my guys kind of get into that.
So many steps beyond. When sourcing the perfect coffee, you want to look at soil, you want to look at pollution, you want to look at all of those factors. Because let's be real here. Most Americans wake up in the morning and drink a cup of coffee. Okay, also coffee is the single most consumed antioxidant source, period. So how can we take something that Americans rely on for health that's even been contributing to longer lives, been shown in scientific studies to contribute to a longer lifespan? How can we take it and make it better and make it more optimal for you? So we set out on this journey to find the perfect coffee, because it's something that everybody needs. So first you have to find the perfect environment to get it from. We wanted something as far away from civilization as possible. We wanted something where the workers who do go there are treated fairly, paid fair wages. We wanted somewhere that is devoid of traffic, cars, pollution. Somewhere where from the next city over is literally a 12 to 13 hour drive. So we went there, and guess what we found? The Andes Mountains in Peru. Average elevation, 10,000 feet. High in the air. Nothing around it. Undisturbed. Straight up coffee beans. Organic, fair trade, single source. You cannot find a better coffee bean. You look around, you go around, you see Colombian, you see what's become basically Brazilian. You rarely ever see this coffee bean because it's so hard to source.
And you never see it, and that's the reason why we chose it. And it's a lot more difficult for us to source this, to even go. And we went, and we're gonna go back. We're gonna take you guys with us. But we went, and when we heard what it takes to get there, I was like, we all like, game on, let's do it.
Yeah, it's not the most comfortable journey. So this is something that we're proud of. Okay, we had something. We took protecting your bodily organs and heart function and health to the next level with Nectar. We took recovery with overtraining solution. We took that to the next level with Imulina, which you don't see anywhere in the industry because we have the industry exclusive. We took Ritual, a way to start your day, which people are mixing into coffee. Imagine if you could take, Sean, imagine Mike, if you could take the most consumed beverage, something you're going to want to put your Ritual in anyway, and assure that the most consumed antioxidant source, period, is coming from the best source, period. I mean, isn't that...
It's incredible. Yeah. I mean, with Ambrosia, with these gentlemen, my brothers here, we always start by addressing the obvious. fair trade, organic, non-GMO. Awesome. Does it taste amazing? Yes. Does it have an aroma that is probably better than any coffee you've ever experienced? Of course. But none of that is the reason why we feel that this coffee is so special. It's, as I've been told by personal mentors, the devil is in the details, and we address every single one of them. We've created not only what we believe is the perfect source in terms of, and when I say we created, we've found it and brought it to you. We didn't create it. It's naturally there, of course. But we've done all the work to take the journey and bring it to you all. But we're doing it in the best possible format. We're roasting our coffee in bags, in batches of only 200 bags. Because you may or may not know this, and we're going to be sharing more information about some of the science behind coffee, because even though coffee is not generally thought of as a scientific thing, there is a lot of science behind it. After you roast coffee, the antioxidant value starts to diminish within just weeks. So
actually, I think it's within a week.
Yeah, within a week it starts. Within weeks and weeks it's gone. So when you go to the store and you buy a coffee, even if it's fair trade, organic, non-GMO, if it is roasted in batches of 5,000, 10,000 bags, and you don't get it till 6 months later, by the time you're drinking it, it may still contain caffeine and smell and taste like coffee, but it's not the coffee that you should have been drinking. We've addressed that. Additionally, we're looking at giving it to you in 2 different formats, because there are levels to this coffee game. No matter where your level is, we have what you need. We have fresh roasted and ground in batches of only 200 bags. Our goal is to roast every week, to roast and grind every week, but we're also doing whole beans for those of you who are on another level and you're doing your own roasting, which we'll be making videos about too. Doing your own roasting and grinding, you have to do it on the spot. Perfect, we have you covered as well. But finally, what I think really sets us apart with this venture is that we're using it as a means to give something back, something we're all huge on. We're committing to donating a portion, a large portion of our sales of this coffee directly back to the community where it is grown, which is, in my opinion, in our opinion, the most beautiful thing of all. Taking something from that land in that area and giving something back. And you can be a part of that. With every cup of coffee that you drink in the morning, you can be contributing to something amazing. And that's what Pachamama really is. That's what Ambrosia really is. It was founded to be our way to give something back through this collective. Whatever cool shit we can come up with and discover, we want to give to you guys. And this is another manifestation of that.
And the beautiful thing about it is, we were kicking around the idea of doing coffee. And, I stumbled upon this, everybody's doing their research independently. And I happen to come across some information about how the coffee loses a lot of its efficacy over time. And I'm like, I don't want to send this to the guys, but I have to, right? So us knowing that, we can't move forward without addressing it, like Sean said. So that's why we're giving you guys, that's why we're doing the small batches, for one, and also we're giving you guys the whole, the unroasted beans so you can do it yourself, so you can get it in its absolute purest, if that's what you want to do.
Right, of course, like we said, there's levels. If you're in the morning just barely trying to get out the door and get someone on time, and that's not your lifestyle, we understand. And we're taking care of that for you with the small batch roast and ground version. But if you are on that next level of coffee snobbery and you really enjoy that, which I've become crazy about it since we started doing the research, I find that I'm more and more interested in having this type of an option. We have to address it. We want to have that for you so that you can choose where your needs are and choose the appropriate version for yourself. But either way, have the ability to drink something better and make a difference at the same time.
It's about putting some thought into it and having the personal experience. For me, 3 kids, demanding career, traveling, probably not going to roast my own beans. But when you buy the ground version, when you buy the ground version of this coffee, you know that it's not like that. You have overstock issues. That coffee, you don't see expiration date, and if it is, it's probably 10 years. That thing's been devoid of antioxidants. That name brand, store-bought coffee, the house, whatever it is, you're going to see that. Even if you go to a major chain like, a coffee house, I'm not going to say their name because I don't need to get sued right now. Let's say you go there, okay? You buy it. They make those, they mass produce them. Our goal is, no matter what, to have this, we're able to do those small batches, to turn them very frequently, to make sure that even if you do go with the ground version, you're still getting most, if not all, of the benefits, because they're literally shipping you that same week.
Yeah, and we will roast as often as we need to in order to keep it as fresh as possible. Of course, we could save money by roasting in batches of 1,000 or 5,000 bags, but we're not going to do that because we know firsthand from our research that that creates a product that is inferior, and that's something that we refuse to do with a project that is purely based on passion. Right. So this is something that we bring to you from our hearts, and one thing I don't want people to overlook is the value of the single source, being that we locate and source our coffee from one place, not a conglomeration of 100 or 500 different farms and even multiple countries that are all essentially thrown into a hopper and blended together. You can know down to the Google map, especially once we take you there and show you exactly where it came from. That's a beautiful thing. That's something where if you, it's the same, it's as close as you're going to get to growing it yourself, where you can know where it came from. I don't know if any of you at home have ever had like the satisfaction of growing a tomato plant or something like that, something that we did when I was little. Eating something that you grew is incredible. Drinking milk, eating meat from somewhere where you know where it came from, having eggs from a local farm, it's incredible. This is how you can do that with coffee, with not very much considerable expense either. You know, something else that is very true about this project, it's not for profit. This is something that we're doing strictly because we want to give back and be able to bring something amazing to the market. It's really what we want you guys to think and understand is our commitment to this entire brand.
It gets no more straightforward than that. We're 100% dedicated and committed to this, to excellence with this company, with this collective. I'm gonna stop calling it a company, it's a collective. And we do this shit because we love it. This is, all Ambrosia is us sharing what we are doing at the present time. When we pick this rock up and we find this gem, we're gonna share it with you guys, and that's what we're doing here. All right, so I hope you guys can appreciate that. And once again, like Sean said, this is something that we're doing for that community where we're getting this product from. And it doesn't stop here, you know. We're on to something. So the next product might be something very similar or even in a bigger capacity. But the whole purpose of this is to provide something that's beneficial to people. Look, I'm not gonna say that the coffee you're drinking now is garbage. I'm not gonna say that. I'm sure you get a nice kick, it tastes good, yada, yada, yada. But just imagine having the antioxidants that it's supposed to have. All of the things, you know, coffee is a nootropic in itself, right? So, and it's all natural, it's from the earth and you get it in its rawest form. So, I mean, you know, it's a no-brainer to me, you know what I mean? Yep. So, we just want y'all to experience what we're experiencing. If not, there's no biggie, it's okay. It's not for everybody, but I think you will enjoy this.